Welcome back to CultureCast, episode 19. Preseason continues. A lot of big performances here, man. The Wembanyama era is underway, and my God, it is rocking the world. This dude is next level. We got the Thunder games that have occurred so far, three of them. The Warriors game so far. We covered the first one in the last video. We've got the second Lakers Warriors game and the Warriors Kings game from last night, so we'll be covering that as well. But yeah, we'll open everything up here with Spurs versus Thunder. This was the first Thunder game of the preseason, and it was fireworks, man. Everybody's been waiting to see that Wembanyama Chet matchup for 2 years now. This is like they've met up, I think, in the World Cup or something,
Yeah,
right?
the FIBA Junior World Cup, I believe, something along the lines of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Chet blocked him or something, and everyone was like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and
That
everyone
was
was like, oh,
2020 or 2021.
yeah,
I think
it was fairly recent. Yeah,
yeah, Chet played 2022 in yeah, at Gonzaga. So yeah, I believe it would have been 2021.
yeah, and obviously, we all know Chet last year had the foot injury and missed the
Yeah.
entire season. So this is his rookie year. So I mean, everyone thinks it's going to be clear cut Wembanyama ROTY, but if you've watched these
Huh.
Thunder games, man, Chet ain't fucking around. All
Yeah.
right, Chet is not messing around. So we'll open up here with this Spurs Thunder game, getting through the box score. You got
Yeah,
that one, Dom.
definitely, man. So we have the Thunder taking this one 122 to 121. So the only thing about this game, I will say, I'm a biased Thunder fan. Chet only played the first half. I will say that. And in the first half, yeah, he was 7 for 10, 21 points, nine rebounds, one block, and he didn't plus minus, he was a zero. So take it how you want it. Plus minus is something to look at. I don't pay too much into it, but it's interesting once in a while. Jalen Williams, 12 points. Shot an atrocious 4 for 12, but I understand it. Shaking the rust off. 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Pretty solid game and 1 steal. You have Josh Giddey only playing 18 minutes, having 10, 5, and yeah, he was 5 for 12. Another guy, just think shaking off the rust. SGA also didn't play this game,
Yeah,
and
that's big. Yeah,
that's pretty big. Yeah.
yeah.
Lou Dort, 14, 4 for 6, 2 for 4 from three. Nice to see him hit a few threes there. 2 assists. Casey Wallace was a plus 19, played 25 minutes, 2 points, 2 assists, 3 steals, and 5 rebounds. I like seeing him fill the box score. That's really nice to see as a Thunder fan. Jeremiah Robinson Earl played 10 minutes, 1 for 3, 2 points, only 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Not too much can ask for him. Then you have Jalen Williams from Arkansas, 6'9" Jalen Williams. He had 5, 1 for 2, 2 for 2 from three-throw line. Good to see that. I'm happy to see that. 7 rebounds and 2 assists. Asamoah Dang, 9 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Very solid to see that from a very young guy as well. And then Bertans, like we mentioned, very
Mm.
interesting guy coming into this season as a Thunder guy. He wasn't really looked at as someone that can maybe contribute too much. Maybe he can. Maybe he can go back to that Washington Wizards Bertans. We'll see. I'd be very excited, and that'd be very nice to have someone like that. But had 12, 4 for 6 from three. And then you have Trey Mann, 3 for 6, 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Isaiah Joe, 14 points. Nine of those came from, or 10, yeah, nine of those came from the line at 10 attempts. Interesting to see that. Interesting guy, mostly known as a sharpshooting specialist, but I like to see him getting to the line. I can't hate on that. Then you have Aaron Wiggins, who had 4 and was 1 for 7, had a pretty interesting game. And then a lot of DNPs from Victor Oladipo, SGA, and Pokashevsky. So that, and then
And
now
he
we'll
and
get to
Poku's
the,
hurt, so yeah,
yeah, he is actually hurt very
something
badly.
foot. Is
Yeah,
the foot or ankle?
I think it's his foot, and
Foot?
he's out for a
Yeah,
while. He's out until like the new year. So he's
yeah.
gonna be, and I mean, I'm not gonna say I dislike the guy, but he's kind of injury prone the last few years. We'll see what happens with him going on. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's interesting. And then, like we said, we'll get to the Spurs, man. And first, we got to mention Victor, 8 for 13, 5 rebounds, two steals, and 1 block. And one of the steals he got was nasty, man. He just full on ripped him. He just came up, stole it. It's interesting to see. I really like seeing him play on the perimeter. I think that's really promising. And
Yeah,
then,
he can move anywhere because we were talking about it. Like
dude,
that dude is
he
not
can
a
roam.
center, bro. He's
Yeah. He's a power
everywhere.
forward. He's a small
Yeah,
forward. He is not meant to be a center, but man, I really like to see
yeah,
that. The guy's a full defensive engine. And then Zach Collins, who had low-key a pretty good year last year that no one really talked about. He was very solid. I know it was in limited
yeah,
games. Injured again. He's another guy that suffers from the injury bug, man. I feel like he's injured every year. He's never able to stay healthy. So maybe this is a year, if he can stay next to Victor, I'm interested to see Zach Collins. I think he'll be a very complimentary piece to this team. Very solid guy. He's on a decent contract. Had
yeah.
15, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 for 4 from the line, 5 for 11. And he was 1 for 4 for 3, but he usually can stretch. He's a pretty solid stretch power forward. He
He
can shoot
reminds me of Sabonis a lot. Yeah,
in ways. He does. He can shoot
yeah,
very well. He's very good at protecting the rim at times too. I am because when they traded Jakob Pertl, he
yeah.
slid right in to take over that spot. He did just fine. I was very interested in that. And then Champagny, Summer League special. They had very good
Yeah.
summer league for them. 3 points, 2 blocks, 4 rebounds, and was 1 for 5. Trey Jones, point guard. I'm guessing going into the year. We'll still have to see. I'm interested. I think he's pretty solid, but we'll see. Had 12, 3 turnovers, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, and was 3 for 9. Vassell only played 21 minutes, not a decent amount. 6 points, 6 points, 3 steals, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds. Not to mention he did just get paid like a few weeks ago. So that's
Yeah.
a lot of him
There's
this year too.
always the contract slump guys go through where it takes a bit to,
Oh
to
yeah.
get things rolling. So
He'll get it
yeah,
going.
yeah.
I, and then you have Doug McDermott, who's still there. Interesting guy. Had
Hooking.
He's a bucket, man. 12 points, 5 for 7, and 2 for 4 from three. No other recorded stat aside from a turnover. Chetty Osman, recently acquired from the Cavs,
Right.
7 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 for 6. And you have Charles Bassey, who was a guy they picked up last year, and he got cut. I forgot what team cut him, but he got picked up right away by them. They liked him. 6 points, 4 assists, 12 rebounds, and 3 for 5 from the field. Not bad. Devontae Graham, another guy they might try to flip, had pretty promising years back in Charlotte. Not a bad guy. He could shoot
Yeah.
very well. 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. And was a 2 for 7 from the field and 2 for 7 from three. Only attempted threes. Interesting. Malik Branham, 15 and was 6 for 8. Solid game.
And
And then you
Brandon
have,
looked great.
yeah, definitely. And then Blake Wesley, 7 7, 3 blocks, and 3 assists. You know which one I am very sad to not see here is oh, and you have a DNP from Sohan and Keldon and
Yeah.
Kemp as well. I'm kind of disappointed. I don't see Barlow. I swore they signed him. Maybe not. From the summer league, Dominic Barlow.
We're
He was really good the whole summer league for them.
interesting. I'm not
I'm
remembering the name.
surprised they didn't go with them, but yeah,
Yeah.
they as a team pretty close. 46% from the Spurs, 41% from OKC. OKC shot 34% from three, and Spurs 37%. Free throws 79% from OKC to Spurs 73%. And the rebound game, very close, very high rebounding game for both, which I
Yeah.
like to see from the Thunder. 52 rebounds for the Thunder, 48 for San Antonio. Very solid. 26 assists, Spurs with 29. So that's another cool stat I like to see. Steals 9-6, Spurs take that one. Blocks 10-7. High. That's a lot of blocks. I feel like I've never seen that many games where 17 blocks were combined in a game. But with guys that are this tall nowadays, with wingspans, it's going to be a common occurrence, I think, for the Spurs and the Thunder. So I wouldn't be too surprised. Turnovers 16 for the Spurs, 13 for OKC, and you have
Oh, Barlow
50.
did play. Sorry.
You did?
Didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah.
Yeah.
7 minutes today. Yeah. Or in that
Oh,
game.
today.
Yeah.
For this game or oh he did. I
Yeah.
didn't even see that. Oh, they have him at power forward. Whoops. I thought of him as a center for some reason.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I just saw that at
You're
the
good.
last
Yeah,
second.
I
Yeah.
didn't see that. I don't know why I didn't miss that. Yeah, my bad. And then yeah, that was pretty much it. I mean, it was a very close game down to the wire. But like we said, Chet, Wemby, they didn't play the whole game, but when they did play, it was fireworks. They went at it. They went at each other.
Yeah.
Chet commented against him on Twitter the other day. It's interesting. I hope this is a something in the West we can see for a few years down the line. This will be a very fun rivalry. I
Yeah.
It's fun. I mean,
Chet
you have
impresses me, man. He
yeah.
just like the physicality really impresses me. Like
You wouldn't think he weighed it.
Wemby dropped a full elbow on. I mean, full elbow. We're talking a fucking skeleton bone, but
Yeah, but
Wemby dropped an elbow on him, and Chet was like,
yeah.
"No, I'm." I mean, he clotheslined him, dropped an elbow. I mean, it looked like '90s WWF out there, but Chet just kept getting back up. Like, I'm chilling. I'm good. Like, everybody, when you see these super skinny guys coming into the league, everybody's gonna say they need to put on some weight, they need to do this, they need to do that. Like, they're gonna get bullied and stuff. But I Wembanyama, it goes for him as well, but specifically Chet, like the physicality and kind of just the ballsiness of like
Yeah.
he doesn't shy away from anyone, whether it's like talking shit, just going at someone, ISO, whatever the case may be. Like he's gonna go for the smoke, and that's cool as hell to see.
Yeah.
It is because like that's someone where like I don't know about you, but that kind of mentality is something I wish I saw from every young player. Just
Yeah.
like the refusal to be denied. Because a lot of guys don't have that. A lot of guys you could see the second guessing and the hesitations and the lack of confidence they have in themselves. But to see a dude like Chet come in, like, bro, I broke my foot and I'm coming in with Wembanyama as like the 99.9% lock on winning Rookie of the Year. Like, I'm gonna fuck this dude up. That's
Yeah.
cool, man. I don't care. I think that's cool as hell. So,
Definitely.
um,
No, I'm with you on that. I think he played just they played both played very well. I'll
very
say
well.
that
Yeah.
exceptional for both. Very fun game. Hope we can see more of that coming into the season. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's gonna naturally be like a huge dramatic rivalry is, the two NBA molds of the future. So
yeah, very much so. I
um
mean, they're the two pioneers of that build, I guess I would say. They're
yeah, the
some of the first
demigod
guys.
centers. Yeah.
Yeah, they're some of the first guys that are kind of, yeah, like you said, do it all centers. And yeah,
Yeah.
they're interesting. We'll see. I'm happy. It's fun to see both. Good for the league. I'm happy to see two guys like that. I've never seen anyone play like that or how they play. So that's cool.
To move on from the first game, Spurs Thunder, big one. We move into the Spurs or the Thunder Pistons game that happened a couple days afterwards. This was an interesting game. This was our first sighting this season or this preseason of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Obviously, coming off of beyond a career year, one of the best years of any player. I mean, I think it was like top 3, 4 in MVP voting. So, like just a huge season from Shea all around. And for the Pistons, Asora Thompson, obviously huge deal. The Thompson twins, a lot of promise to both of them. And someone like Jaden Ivey, who had an incredible second half when Cade ended up going down. He kind of took off. So, getting another side out of him. And of course, I mean, wow, just I didn't even notice the amount of DNPs for Detroit. No Bojan, that makes sense. Cade, that makes sense. They're resting him. Obviously, him coming off of the was it a meniscus or MCL, ACL? It was
I
some
It might have been
injury.
his foot.
Foot. Okay.
It broke a certain bone in his foot. I don't exactly remember.
Okay. He was out. Jalen Duren was out there. Big man they drafted last season. Isaiah Livers was out. Monte Morris didn't play. Jonte Porter didn't play. Jared Roden didn't play. Xavier Simpson didn't play. Buddy Boheim didn't play. So a lot of guys sitting. Surprisingly, a lot of guys played. I don't know how they have this
Yeah.
many fucking dudes, but yeah. Obviously, Beef Stew got some time at center. I think he'll be going into this season as their starting big man, and James Wiseman. Big Jim coming off of getting traded from the Warriors, finishing the season there with Detroit. So he's looking to make a name for himself and stay. Uh, their new addition of Joe Harris. Like before this game started, totally forgot Joe Harris became a Detroit Piston.
Yeah.
Weird. That's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. That too.
yeah, and you were talking about him again. You were really high on this dude, Marcus Sasser, their rookie. He had
Yeah.
himself a game here. But yeah, we could get straight into it. with the
Yeah,
box scores.
definitely. So we got Bagley, who like we mentioned about Wiseman. He's also trying to make a name for himself. He's trying to get himself and stay in the league. Second overall pick back in 2018. Guy that was
Jeez.
taken before Luca. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
he had some expectations, man. And the Kings, they messed up that pick. They know that. They definitely regret that most likely. I think, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's trying to make a name for himself here, man. So he was 4 for 5, 1 for 1 from three, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 9 points. You have I'm sorry, Sar Thompson, 2 for 10. It's kind of a slower game for him. 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and 8 points. This guy's gonna fill up the stat sheet. We know this. He's gonna do everything he can. He's a very versatile wing, and
Yeah.
I think they lucked in. I think they got a guy that's gonna be great next to the two guards that they have for the future. So phenomenal from them. Now
Yeah.
you have Isaiah Stewart, 5 for 7, 2 for 4 from three, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block, having 12 points. Killian
Him
Hayes.
adding a three is ridiculous. Like
Yeah,
Isaiah, because I remember last season when the couple times they played the Warriors, like he
yeah,
was chucking them, he was
yeah.
putting them
Oh,
up. It
yeah,
looked
he
like
was putting
Jonas
them up, but
Valanciunas, but it was
yeah,
like, oh, same. Okay, what, dude? These fucking centers just like starting to like. I didn't. Okay, maybe I'm just a casual. But they're playing the Warriors playing the Kings yesterday. Alex Len hits a clutch like fourth quarter
yeah.
three. I
I,
was like,
they,
wait a minute. Oh,
they last year I knew he could shoot. I knew last year, but before that, I promise you, he developed that very recently because before that, when he was on the Hawks, I don't think he could shoot very well. Whenever he was on the Suns, I know for a fact he couldn't shoot at all.
yeah,
So
all these big
that's
men that
definitely
like,
a new
yeah,
talent for him. Yeah, he found
yeah,
his niche. He was definitely I wouldn't say a joke, but he definitely wasn't someone that he was definitely looked at as a bust and someone that'd be out of the league. But he developed the three, and the Kings re-signed him. So I mean, more
yeah.
power to him. I,
And it's the
I
same with Stewart, who's like, I mean,
yeah,
a lot of comparisons there to Montrezl Harrell as being that
yeah,
6'7",
undersized.
6'8",
Yeah, yeah,
undersized physical big. But yeah, adding that three, that's
it's helped
that's
him.
huge. And
Yeah, it's
it's one of those
definitely
things.
helped.
It's like, Warriors fans say with Draymond, I'm sure you guys have it with like Lou Dort. It's like if you can just go 1 for 3,
It would be nice. It
hey,
would be
okay,
very
we're fantastic. Yeah. So
cool, but yeah, the definitely on that part. And then you have Killian Hayes had a decent game, 7 for 13, 1 for 5 from three, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 16 points. Solid. And they have Alec Burks. I forgot about that. 9 points, 2 assists, and he was 3 for 8. And then I'll move on to Joe Harris, 2 for 3, 6 points. You have 1 assist and 1 rebound for Joe Harris. And then Wiseman, 20 points off the bench, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and a perfect 8 for 8 stat line and 3 for 5 from the free throw line. Like we mentioned, he's also trying to make a name for himself. Second overall pick back in the 2020 draft. He's still trying to make a name for himself. We'll see if he lives up to any of the hype in Detroit. We'll see what's going on. And then moving on to Jay Ivey, like you said, phenomenal second half. And at times, I do like Jay Ivey, but at times he's a questionable decision maker. And this
yeah,
game might show it a little bit. 13 points, 5 turnovers, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, and he was a 6 for 17. You have why isn't it Stanley? Sorry about that. Stanley Amude, 18 points, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 5 rebounds, shooting 4 for 5. Like you said, Marcus Sasser, still very high on this guy. Interesting shooter. I like him a lot. He's a undersized shooting guard, but he's interesting. 17 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, and 4 for 5 from three. Or sorry, 3 for 4 from three and 5 for 11 from the field. And yeah, they have an interesting team in Detroit. I don't know how they fare this year. It really depends on Cade's development. They're interesting.
exactly.
I
Yeah,
think whatever Cade's, if he's it depends. I think he's the cap on their ceiling. I think whatever he's good, however he shows up, I think that's how they play. I'm very fond of Cade Cunningham's game. I like how he plays. He's a great, phenomenal all-around guard. He's a very good shooter. He's I think about 6'7". He's interesting for sure, no doubt about that. But
Yeah,
there's
he's
still a
kind
lot
of just a balanced player. Great
very balanced.
playmaker, solid
Yeah,
defender, can shoot a bit, rebound.
yeah.
Like there's just
He's
nothing elite about him. He's just
Yeah,
good.
he's just
Yeah,
he's good at pretty much everything. But yeah, like you said, he's not great at anything. I'd like to see him take a step forward in some ways, and I think hopefully he will. And I think him and Lively is a very or not Lively, I'm sorry. Him and Ivy is a
yeah,
very fun
that's a good
backcourt.
duo.
That's a
Yeah,
very fun backcourt for the future. And hopefully the star can fit right in next to them. I think that they have a very fun team maybe in the next few years. We're gonna have to
yeah.
see. I don't know how they fare this year in the East. The East is a weird division or a conference compared to last year. I think it's a little less competitive, but I don't know. Maybe you could see them in the play-in. I don't know. I don't want to say that. They still have a lot of question marks, a lot of big men. So we'll see what's going on there.
To get into the Thunder box score, Dom, you got
Yeah,
it here.
yeah, for sure. So you have Chet with 16, 3 blocks, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. Jalen Williams, shorter Jalen Williams, 17 points. You have 3 steals, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. And SGA, 12 points, 1 block, 3 steals, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Josh Giddey, 4 turnovers, 4 assists, and 7 rebounds. Not very common from him. Dort with 4 rebounds and 24 points. Yeah, I forget. He did have a decent game this one. I remember
Not well
seeing that.
from three. Yeah,
Yeah, he had a pretty decent game. And then Jeremiah Robinson Earl only played 13 minutes and recorded 3 rebounds. We'll see what goes on with him. Lindy Waters, 4 points, 1 steal, 5 rebounds. And you have Asamoah Dang again playing very not the most minutes I'd like to see for a preseason game from him. 14 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. You have why is it not loading? You have Kenrich Williams back, healthy. Happy to see that. 5 points, 1 turnover, and you have 5 assists and 4 rebounds. You have what? What the heck? I don't know why it's doing that. Olivier Sarr, 2 points, 1 steal, 1 block, and 3 rebounds. And then you have Isaiah Joe with 10, 10, 1, 1, and 2. Happy to see him back and doing well. Cason Wallace only playing 20 minutes this game. Like I said, I'd like to see more from him. 9 points, 2 turnovers, and 4 assists with 3 rebounds. And you have Vasilij Micic, you with 7 points, 2 turnovers, 3 assists, and 1 steal. That's a that's a overseas
you got
previous
him this year.
EuroLeague
Yeah.
MVP coming in. So interesting to see. I'm happy about that. We'll see what he brings, and also excited for the Kings EuroLeague MVP last year. So we'll see what's
Yeah,
going on too with the EuroLeague.
Pashenko,
Yeah, they got
yeah,
some EuroLeague guys coming over that are pretty special. But yeah, like I said,
Paveshnikov. Yeah,
bad game from the Thunder. They played poorly. I mean, I don't know. Anytime I see Killing Hayes with more than like 10 points, I question the team he played. Obviously, SJ only played very limited minutes. Chet, limited minutes. Jalen Williams, Giddy, limited minutes. So I'm not too mad about it. It's preseason, but you definitely would like to see a more different minute distribution, I think. But we'll see what's going on. I'm interested to see that still. But well, yeah, the third game, like you said, yeah, Hornets.
Jason Wallace looks really good though.
Oh
I
yeah,
like what I
no,
see. He's another guy, just
yeah,
a
he goes at
balanced
it. He,
overall guard.
yeah, he
I'm
goes
trying to
at it.
think of like someone who reminds me of a good comp, but like right now, like Patty Mills kind of comes to mind as just can play make, you can shoot
Yeah,
if need. Like there really isn't a like pure strong suit of his. I see a lot of kind of
yeah,
just
no, definitely
like
on that.
mold to the
Defensively,
team.
I'm very fond of him on the
Yeah,
defensive side of the ball. He's very, very aggressive. So that's fun to see that. But it's definitely someone that, like we said, it might be replacing Dort sooner than later. We'll see. It's
yeah. It's all
definitely
up to that three ball of Dort. So yeah,
really interesting to see where Dirk goes on an interesting contract as well. So we'll have to see about that. And
yeah,
then get on to the third game, man. The Hornets OKC. I mean, Hornets take this one. Another game that's a few DMPs that might hurt the team a little bit. You got Chet out, Jalen Williams, the shorter one out, and you have SJ not playing. So at that, Isaiah Joe, Giddy, Dort, all DMPs. This is
yeah.
it's
Let
going
the
to
young
happen.
guys run, kind of
Let
thing.
the
Yeah,
young guys run. Exactly. So I'll get into it right now. Jalen Williams, Arkansas, Jalen Williams, taller one, 18 points, 3 assists, 9 rebounds. Asamoah Dieng, 10 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Aaron Wiggins, 16 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. And you have Mitchich again, 6 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds. Like to see him distribute the ball, had 5 turnovers though. Cason Wallace, 5 points, and only played 8 minutes. Jeremiah Robinson Earl, 8 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Jack White, 7 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, 7 rebounds. And that's our Australian. Oh, what
Yeah,
is
you
it? The
guys signed
NBL?
him, yeah.
NBL, right? Is that what it's called for Australia?
Yeah,
Signed him from the NBL. I do remember that. He was teammates with Giddy on the I can't think of it. The
yeah.
national team. Yeah,
Mm.
that. And then you have Lindy Waters, 10 points, 3 rebounds. You have uh there we go. Finally, I like to see that. Keontae Johnson getting some run here. 8 points, 1 assist, 1 rebounds. Bertans, 9 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Trey Mann again, 18 points, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. And that's someone I think that maybe I hope kind of gets moved for his own good. I think
Yeah,
he's very interesting, possibly very talented player at times, but I just don't think he fits the OKC mold. I hopefully
especially with Case and Wallace coming in and kind of looking how
Yeah,
he looks. I'd rather see minutes from him than Trey Man
yeah,
because
no, a
Kaysen plays
hundred percent,
defense.
a
Yeah,
hundred percent, and I think that's too bad. I hope, hopefully, a team that
yeah.
needs someone like that. He has
I'd
a
look at
very
the Hornets could use a plan. I mean, fuck, dude, they need a backup guard that's not, getting
not
DUIs with
yeah, not a
with.
prisoner, but
Yeah.
but I mean, yeah, it's like I said. I hopefully he gets his own run somewhere else, man, because
Yeah,
it's a shame that he's realistically not going to get any run in OKC, and I think he can be very, very talented player at times, and I think maybe he's. I'm not saying anything more than like a 6 man. I think he can be a very, very solid 6 man, instant offense off the bench type guy.
yeah,
Nothing too much else, but still, I think that has very lots of value. I think in the league at times for certain teams, and I think there's a lot of teams that have pretty questionable benches that maybe could use someone like that. But like I said, we'll see. I hopefully he gets a shot somewhere else. If not,
yeah.
I really don't see it in OKC. But yeah, man, this Warrior Laker game part two, man,
Yeah, Warriors going into Staples. This was a big game, of course. I mean,
hand it
mind
to
you,
him.
every preseason game we're not having Draymond, so that against the Lakers, who have the size over this team, um,
Yeah,
that's just an automatic disadvantage. But
definitely.
I do want to preface because remember Warriors are now 3-0 in
Yeah.
preseason. Now
Mm-hmm.
it's preseason, but the implications of this means that our bench seems to be pretty rock solid. And you and I both hyped the ever loving shit out of the Lakers for having just a like beautiful offseason, which in
Yeah,
all fairness, they did.
it
Like they
is.
they couldn't have had a better offseason.
Yeah,
Um, but the biggest thing that we were talking about was their bench is just ridiculous. The depth is ridiculous, which
it is.
again, it is. But
It is.
we look at these games from the Warriors against them, and the starters 22 minutes from Clay, 19 from Wiggins, 11 from Loon, 20 from Steph, not even 20 from Chris Paul. Like bulk of the minutes are getting played by the young guys, and that's against all the Lakers second unit, and they're at the end of the game they're G League guys. Um, so just to see the young guys really showing up here is pretty awesome. But to also, if you did watch, I don't know if you watched this game, but
I did
uh,
not this
okay,
one.
there
No, I
were
watched the first one. I
yeah.
didn't watch this one. Yeah.
So in the first one, Trace Jackson Davis, the Warriors' second round pick in this past
Yeah.
draft. He didn't get any run time versus Anthony Davis. I think he got a couple against Christian Wood, but this was the first time he got any run time here against Anthony Davis, and in like 2 minutes, this dude picked up 4 fouls, and it's like it's nothing, like oh we got to get worried. It's like that's every big man ever has that story of like
Yeah.
yeah I entered into my first game and picked up 3 fouls in 20 minutes or in like 2 minutes. So
Yeah.
it was a fun little intro to the league, but I liked what I saw overall. Again, the preseason games, this is just a warm up for the vets. Obviously, Chris Paul's integration is is a big deal, but it's a little weird at the moment because Draymond's not playing, so we're kind of seeing a different dynamic of what it could be. But this has mostly kind of just been, okay, put the ball in Jonathan Kuminga's hands or put the ball in Brandon Podziemski's hands, and let's see if they can handle the offense and run the offense. And they've been doing it, in my opinion, with flying colors. I have my criticisms of Kuminga, and we'll get into that after these games, but I loved what I saw from this group so far. But yeah, we could get right into the box score.
Yeah, definitely, man. The Warriors right here, man. So you got Kevon Looney, 6 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. Andrew Wiggins, 9 points, 1 steal, 3 rebounds. Chris Paul, 6, 4 and 1. Steph, 18, 4, 1, 1 steal, 1 block, and 1 rebound. You have 3 rebounds. Klay Thompson, 8 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. And moving to the bench, you have Saric, 9 points, 2 steals, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. Beautiful bench play from that.
Yeah.
26 points from Kuminga, 2 steals, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Trace Jackson Davis, 8 points, 1 block, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. Rudy Gay, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 3 rebounds. Gary Payton II, you have 10 points, 1 block, 2 steals, and 3 rebounds. And then you have Moses Moody with 15, 1, 3. Solid game, yeah. And then Quinones only playing 9 minutes there and having a stat line of 2 assists, 2 rebounds. And then Podziemski again, 10 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds. I mean,
near triple double against the Lakers, baby. Game 1
yeah.
in Staples, and he looked gnarly. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. He's so I can't remember the last time I've seen a prospect the Warriors have brought in that was like, because normally when the Warriors I mean, with Kuminga, it was like, or with when the Warriors drafted Wiseman, it was like, this is a project. Like,
yeah,
this is something where 5 years down the line,
yeah. This guy's
huge
NBA
play.
ready.
Yeah. Kuminga,
Yeah,
same thing, project. Moody kind of looked like a right now guy, but even him, project.
yeah.
But
He's
yeah,
been a project.
Podziemski, we were talking about it in the summer league. Like,
Yeah,
that dude looks like he's been in the league 8 years.
yeah,
Podziemski's feel for the game is fucking ridiculous. And one of the, I didn't bring this up when we were talking before this, but one of the biggest criticisms for him, I know Jalen Williams, J-Dub, your Jalen Williams, went to Santa Clara, which
yeah,
Podziemski says is what inspired him to go to Santa Clara. But people still kind of are iffy about that little transfer portal guys are making, going to that mid-major and, using that into the league because it's against lesser talent. This is the same criticism they had over Patrick Walden Jr. Because he played for Wisconsin State, I think, for his dad. And
yeah. It was
yeah, he was supposed to go to Duke, but then went there. Podziemski was supposed to be at Illinois, didn't get any run time, went over to Santa Clara. And when, the criticism there is you're not playing against elite talent, so your skills are not going to translate well. And the shot wasn't really falling for Podziemski in the summer league. And everyone was like,
yeah,
And I'm telling you, man, like, if you go back and watch this game, like, and you just forget that he's a rookie for a second, he looks like he's been in the league 8 to 10 years. He's that good already. And it's not like I'm going to drop 25 and 10 on you, but it's just like a true veteran presence he has as a rookie, which is pretty insane. And again, the Warriors just haven't had that skill to readiness ratio that he brings to the table. So very impressed with him, but feel free to continue. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, we got the Lakers here. Pretty solid from them, man. I mean, like you said, they had a few pretty decent players out. They were missing Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent.
Yeah, Vanderbilt's hurt.
Yeah, you're right.
Hand, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, he will be reevaluated Friday. Yeah, he's heel.
Okay, heel.
He'll be back. So that's and then Reddish play, but Reddish was pretty rough in the first few games that he played. We'll see about him. Vincent, he'll be very integral to this core. And then
100%.
Junior got cut today, so
oh really?
he's off the roster. And Yeah, and then going to the top, man, you have Anthony Davis with a pretty solid game. 13 points, one steal, four assists, 6 rebounds. Torian Prince, that's someone else they
I
picked
love the
up from the
game.
offseason.
Yeah.
Interesting guy. 17 points, 2 steals, 1 assist, 1 rebound. LeBron, 12, 12, 5, and 2. Didn't play too much. D'Lo, 12, 2, 6, and 4, who's might be a pretty interesting piece for them this year. Yeah, we'll see what's going on. I'm interested to see what he brings. He's had a few
Yeah.
off years, I would say, compared to what we expected out of him going forward. And you have Reeves, 16, 2 steals, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Rui Hachimura, another big offseason re-signing. So that's someone else that might be pretty big for them too. 8 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Christian Wood, 13 points, 1 assist, 7 rebounds. And Maxwell Lewis only played 16 minutes. Okay, for sure. 3 assists, 1 rebound. You have what's his name? Alex Fudge, who he had a very
He had a good summer
interesting.
league.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had a very good summer league. Yeah, you're right.
Hey man,
Six.
Demoy Hodge.
Yeah. True, true. 2 blocks and 3 rebounds. Jackson Hayes, 3 points, 1 steal, and yeah, that's pretty
Castleton
interesting.
also looked pretty good. He had a couple blocks. He had one on Quinones that was fucking hilarious. Quinones, I don't think is NBA ready. He just doesn't have the he doesn't have the burst to him. He's a little bit slow and flat footed, but he had one where he tried to like sneak under Castleton, and Castleton just like Carl Anthony Towns or like Ben Wallace fucking straight out of the
Yeah,
hands, didn't even hit the ground, kind of block his snatch block. So it was kind of funny, but yeah, man, this Lakers squad, they're pretty ridiculous.
they're
They're
not
a
bad.
very good team. Torian Prince had like a 9-0 run himself. He had like two threes and hit an and one like off
He's
the glass floater. So
he's always interesting, man. I mean, he's stuck around for a minute now. He wasn't for the Hawks. He's on the Nets. He was on the
and the
Timberwolves.
Bulls, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a lot of different places, and he keeps
Yeah.
finding a job. So I mean, that's always a good sign. And yeah, I think that might be a decent Laker pickup for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
The only dude I'm kind of worried about on this team is Hood Shafino.
he's
Honestly,
he's gonna get
he's
he's gonna be interesting. I think the worst part about him is he's gonna not get enough run time, and I think
I
that's
think
gonna
he'll
suck.
play in South Bay for the G League team. I
I think he's
like
gonna have
the
to.
games the first two games now that I've seen, he has again. This isn't here to like bash Russell Westbrook, but you're a huge fan of or were I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you know when he was in the Thunder and whatnot, probably still are. Um, One of the big things that was always a criticism of Russ is he just blow into the lane and then stop. Like there,
Yeah,
he wouldn't go into the lane with a decision made,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then he just stop and turn around and like have to because he try and avoid a travel and just throw the ball out.
yeah,
Jalen kind of has a lot of that where
yeah. That's not,
he because
yeah,
he's a big fella. He's like what 6'5", strong,
right.
muscular. He's got a good first step into the lane. But he doesn't really. He's not the decision making isn't quite there yet. And one of the things Athletic Alchemy was talking about, which is true, is he has a shot that he aims. And we were talking a little bit about, trying to if you have a shot that you can't replicate,
Yeah,
it's like that's pretty bad for anyone trying to score.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so 1 for 7 from the field, 0 for 2 from three. It's preseason and whatnot, and he had a couple good outings in summer league, but the offense is a little bit questionable right now, in my opinion. So I think he's definitely going to be someone that will benefit from spending time down there in the G League.
definitely.
But I will say Max Christie, A
Interesting guy.
plus.
Very,
That's a
yeah, very.
hitter,
Yeah, we will
hitter.
see. He will be a
Yeah,
very
he'll be
play
coming
on.
off the bench for sure.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't.
definitely. But I
Yeah,
think he'll have some pretty big moments coming up for them. So
yeah,
we'll see. Yeah, he had a great summer league, and
yeah,
I really like Maxwell Lewis a lot too. I think he's another guy that was NBA ready that came in, and I think he went to a good team that will probably
yeah.
use him how they should. So
I think he's Fudge, or him and Hodge, as well as Hood Shafino. I think are definitely NBA guys, but I
yeah,
think they'll benefit from the G League.
definitely.
Just getting consistent run time because, like we said, I don't think they're going to see much time here.
Yeah,
Especially
definitely.
Vincent's going to take up a lot. Vanderbilt will.
Yeah.
Um, even Cam Reddish at times.
I think at
Even though
times,
Cam
yeah.
Reddish's offense is super hit or miss and his decision making is very hit or miss, his defense is kind of undeniable. Like he's just a
Yeah.
pretty solid on ball defender. So it
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah,
shock me
definitely.
if they utilize him because the Lakers seem to really like the big strong guy kind of thing. So
Yeah.
um, but I like what I see, man. And D'Angelo Russell this offseason has talked a lot about wanting to lean more into defense. And what did he
Yeah.
say? Take the route of
Derek White.
uh what player?
Derek White.
Derek White, that's right.
Yeah.
And which there are a lot of memes about that, like Derek White finally having a fan kind of thing. So that is funny, but yeah, if D'Angelo Russell could kind of, because he had some moments last season before he got traded to the Lakers with Minnesota, where the defense for D'Angelo wasn't horrid. Like
Wasn't like it was. Yeah.
pretty solid. Obviously, for the Timberwolves, they've got Jesus, that front court's massive. So
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to say D'Angelo was better than expected, but he didn't play much in that Nuggets series because of the defense. So he's gonna
Yeah.
have to step it up there because Gabe Vincent, man, it wouldn't shock me one bit if we saw Gabe Vincent sneak right up and take that spot from D'Angelo.
Yeah.
But Austin Reeves, dude's just nasty. I don't know. It blows my mind that he's like as good as he is because it was kind of like a meme when they were like, yeah, he's gonna be the starter like 2 years ago. It was like, okay, I think you're kind of
Yeah.
overhyping him, but like now it's like, God, dude, he's actually fucking raw. What the hell,
Good. Yeah.
But yeah, Christian Wood, same criticisms we had before. It's just, is he committed? Where's the defense at? Is he going to
Yeah.
be lazy? Like that's literally it. Because otherwise, he's one of like the top 10 bigs in the league. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, the Lakers squad is fucking gnarly, man. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a interesting team that we just have to see how they gel because yeah, like you said, there is still question marks, no doubt, but
Yeah,
there's still lots of talent and they just have to gel together and I think they'll be just fine.
yeah. I think they'll definitely be at least a top 3, 4 seed, if not
Yeah.
top two. So
Yeah. I'm with you on that one.
yeah. Moving on. Final Warriors game. They do play again on Wednesday, so next weekend or around that time we'll get into these final Thunder Warriors games. Um, Wiggins play against Warriors played the Sacramento Kings in Sacramento. First time of this meeting since the playoffs, obviously, and that was quite the hostile Kings crowd. Shout out to them. Uh, Not a Kings fan, but that was dope to see. Is a fan of a team who nearly or who's about to lose their team, and the Kings nearly lost their team. So,
Yeah.
yeah, dope to see everything going their way right now. They deserve it. It's been a fucking long time since they've had anything worth watching. Um, yeah, this was a fantastic game though. Overtime win for the Warriors. Like I said, they're 3-0. Another big scoring night here for Kaminga. Pajemski looked pretty solid again. Lester Quinones had a bit of a coming out party after having a slow start here to the preseason. Obviously, winning G League Player of the Year or Rookie of the Year last year, as well as having himself a pretty fantastic summer league. Moses looked great again. Dario had some good moments, and Trace didn't look all that bad, but he didn't play too much. I was kind of expecting 20, 25 minutes tonight, but only played 18. King side, liked everything I saw. They played everyone. I don't think, yeah, there wasn't even a single person sitting. I forgot that Jalen Noel's on their team now. So that was interesting to see. He only played a couple minutes, but
Yeah.
yeah, we could get right into it here with the box score.
Definitely, man. So yeah, we got the Warriors first. You got Kaminga having again pretty solid game. 28, one steal, one assist, six rebounds, five turnovers though. Makes sense. Kevon Looney, it's another strong game from him. 2 points, 14 rebounds, three assists. It's his role. He does it very well. And you have Andrew Wiggins, 20 points, one block, two assists, two rebounds. Good to see him back. And yeah, he's always fun to watch with this team. Klay Thompson, 12 points, three rebounds, and Podziemski getting the start here, 4 points, four assists, six rebounds. And it's really nice to see him stuff the stat sheet. And I think we'll definitely get used to that. We'll get him accustomed to him doing that quite often. I think he's definitely a guy that's not going to be a one trick pony. I'll say that. You definitely have lots of different stats. I'll see a lot of rebounds, a lot of assists, and a few points here and there.
Yeah,
Interesting to
he
see
averaged
that.
like 8 at Santa Clara or something like
Yeah.
that. So yeah,
He's a very solid playmaker as well. So he's definitely someone that's going to fill up the stat sheet. And he plays a pretty solid defensive game. So you'll see a
yeah,
few steals from him and such. But Saric, 9 points, one steal, two rebounds. Usman Garuba, 2 points, one rebound. Trace Jackson Davis, 4 points, one block, one steal, one assist, four rebounds. Gary Payton the second, one block, two steals, two assists, two rebounds. And you have whoa, whoa, why did I not hear about this? The Jerome Robinson,
oh, he's been
the
on the team. He's just not good.
the preseason.
Yeah, summer league preseason. He's also on our G League team.
Wow,
He's been there for a couple of years
I've
now.
not heard about him for a while since the Clipper days. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, for good
Six
reason.
points, 6 points, one assist, and five rebounds. Moses Moody, 16, one steal, three rebounds. Lester, 18 points, four assists, and four rebounds. And you have Donovan Williams with one rebound.
He got
And
cut today. Him, Kendrick Davis, Javen Johnson, they all got cut today.
for
So
sure.
yeah, and briefly, so I don't forget it, the Warriors did bring in Yuri Collins, who was on the summer league team here. I don't think he played for the G League team prior, and also Javante Green played for the Celtics, Bulls. I think we've even talked about how he could be a great addition for the Warriors and many teams as just
Yeah,
being
many
one of
teams.
those
Yeah,
functional
definitely.
wings. So he'll be
Yeah.
playing in the G League opener here for the Santa Cruz Warriors. So I'll be tuning into that, seeing how that goes, because even though we've already agreed, you and I, that Rudy Gay is likely to get that final spot.
Yeah.
Javante Green's actually playable, like
Yeah. So
legitimately a guy to play. So who knows, man? But
yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
No, definitely. Yeah, no, for sure on that. That's a very interesting signing right there. Sabonis, 19 points, 11 rebounds, five assists. Back to filling the stat sheet, looks like.
Yeah,
Harrison Barnes, 6 points, two assists, one rebound. Keegan Murray, we'll likely see maybe some strides. Hopefully not a sophomore slump. We'll see. 9 points, one block, one assist, six rebounds. De'Aaron Fox, 17 points, two steals, six assists, and five rebounds. And Chris Duarte, new addition for the Kings from the Pacers.
yeah,
5 points, two assists, one rebound. Trey Lyles, another big re-signing they had. 11 points, two steals, one assist, two rebounds. And Vince Knopf, their EuroLeague MVP coming in that they had these rights to. So interesting to see that. 2 points, six rebounds. Slauson, 2 points and one steal. Edwards, two steals and one assist with three rebounds. Alex Len, 7 points, two blocks, four assists, and two rebounds. I always forget his first name, Davion Mitchell. Yeah,
yeah.
I always remember as really short. And Davion Mitchell with one steal and three assists. Malik Monk, 8 points, two assists, one steal. Kevin Herter, 8 points, one steal, and two assists. Jalen Noel, like you mentioned, didn't record a stat, it looks like, besides three shots taken. Okay, Jordan Ford, 2 points, one assist, one rebound, and you have Colby Jones, the rookie out of, I believe it might be Ohio State. Xavier, sorry about that. Xavier coming out, very interesting defensive guard. 8 points, two assists, and one rebound. And last but not least, you have Keon Ellis with 11 points, three blocks, and two rebounds.
He
So
had a big fourth quarter, had a lot of clutch shots there for the Kings.
yeah, I feel like I do remember this guy, but
We were
yeah, okay,
talking about him. He was just in college. I forget which one he went
yeah,
to.
he looks like he went to Alabama. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say I do remember that name. It sounds very familiar. And yeah, the Kings, man, they're retooling. They retooled pretty solidly this offseason. We'll see how they come out this upcoming season. I mean,
Yeah,
off to the best year they've had in 20 plus years. So
just the defense. They have
yeah,
the high powered offense here.
they got the offense. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no question about it. But the defense, they definitely made some moves. And I hate to be the guy to say this because I used to be a huge fan of him, but Kevin Herter, I don't want to see as many minutes from him. I don't. I
yeah.
think He's a very solid player, but
I'd rather have Monk.
he's a strict
Yeah,
shooter. He offers nothing else aside from shooting. Questionable scoring anywhere else. He's interesting, and I think he can be good at times, but I like seeing Duarte get the start there. I think he offers much more. He
that
is
too. Yeah,
a bit older. He was NBA ready when he came in, so he's not a young guy needing to be a project.
he's
He's
like
ready to
what 26, 27 already.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's older than Booker. So
yeah.
yeah, he's older than Booker. And you got Keegan Murray coming in, another we'll
I
see
mean,
another
he's already improving.
very,
Um,
yeah. So I mean they got a team, man. They just like you said,
yeah,
the defense is a big question mark. I like the guards they got in the draft. I liked some of the I really like the EuroLeague guy coming in. I think that was interesting. I think that's someone else that can
apparently
provide
he's the most like prolific EuroLeague 3-point shooter ever.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, exactly. So I mean
his shot's
they
quick as hell. He kind of just like flicks that bitch.
they got yeah,
Yeah.
they have a team, man. They're a very interesting squad coming up. And I
And
mean,
they still have JaVale, who was an inactive, but he's still
yeah,
on the roster. So yeah,
we'll
it
see.
was interesting team. I mean, I think they'll be top five again. Like, one
Yeah,
of the things they talked about was like they had the least amount of games missed due to injury of any team last season.
yeah,
So
it did.
durability for them is S tier, and
Very
that's
spot on.
awesome.
Yeah, that's very
So,
good to see any team
um,
with that.
yeah, if they can again continue the health, I think they'll be perfectly fine.
I'm with you.
Um,
They're a
yeah,
tough team. I
and
think that
yeah, I think
at the same,
also like they've got some young players here.
yeah,
We talk about the defense. I could see them make a move here for a good wing. I mean, Harrison Barnes, he is their big vet, and he's a solid player. But
oh guy, yeah,
frankly, there are better wing
better win.
options, that
Yeah,
two-way wing options. So,
we'll see
and
with the Raptors, man.
yeah, there's a lot of guys that'll be on the market. So,
Very much so. I mean,
interesting team, interesting season up ahead for the Kings, and I'm excited. I mean, I hate San Francisco, but I don't really have a problem with Sacramento. So it's one of those things where if the Warriors are out and it's just Sacramento, I'm rooting for the Kings, man. Go, we'll pass the torch. Go take it,
fair
man.
enough. Yeah, I mean,
I'd rather
we
see
do
you
live in
guys
the
do it than
Sacramento
LA.
Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
So
with you on that. I root for the Kings too when it's not the Thunder playing. I like the Kings a lot. They're Sacramento, and I live 20 minutes away, 25 away. So I mean,
yeah,
I don't
well,
mind them. They're a very
cool
fun
with it.
team.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're cool with me. If they're winning, I don't mind. If my team's not playing them, go ahead.
yeah.
I root for you guys. But yeah, I mean, we have just
That's
to
it.
mention
Yeah.
upcoming games. I mean, just a few here with Thunder playing the Bucks
Yeah.
tomorrow. Suns, Lakers on preseason, but Thursday we'll see who plays and who doesn't. You have a Warriors Spurs game, interesting maybe Friday,
Yeah.
and
Intro to Wemby.
that's the end of preseason, man. And then
Also, for
right
these
into it.
final two Warriors preseason games, Steve Kerr said everyone's playing like we're going full on dress rehearsal like it's a regular season game. So starters 30 minutes. I don't know. Anthony Slater said there's an update on Draymond's ankle. I haven't seen it yet. So
Oh yeah, he's been playing. Yeah,
he might be playing. I don't know yet. I haven't checked. So
yeah, he missed
yeah,
last game. Yeah,
Um, he's hasn't played a preseason game yet, so we'll see what his situation is. But yeah, everyone else at least it's going to be a full on play for them against the Spurs and the Suns here. Or who was the other team? Spurs, and it is the Suns,
what's up?
correct? They play the Spurs. There's also one more team they play, right? Or am I blanking?
Warriors. Warriors, yeah, Warriors play the Spurs, and then
Spurs are last. They play a team before. I'm
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They play the Kings again.
Kings again. Okay, and that'll be at Chase Center. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun because now we're starting to see a ramp up, and
Yeah,
this is where I get worried about Chris Paul's durability, but this is kind of what we gotta the hoops you
yeah.
gotta go through. So,
So that's
um,
how it's be with Chris Paul. But yeah, no, for
yeah,
sure. Yeah.
yeah, it's these last couple of preseason games. It's gonna be an interesting showcase. I'm really interested because also now with Javante Green technically on the roster, we could see him too. So,
Yeah.
and I'd like to at least. I mean, I don't know why he's playing for Santa Cruz. Like he's clearly an NBA player, but
Yeah.
I guess sure, nobody's picking him up. I guess, but
Yeah.
yeah. So, um, It's going to be fun. Thunder games too, man. Just it's a joy to watch Chet, honestly, and hopefully hopefully we get to see some more Shea kind of come into in
Yeah.
season form. So yeah, it's going to be a fun final couple days. Season is right around the corner. We're 8 days away, so from opening night. But uh, yeah, any closing thoughts here?
I mean, yeah, I'm pumped, man. We have literally some of the two best games you could have on opening night. I mean, we're getting the Suns Warriors, man. We're getting Lakers Nuggets. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think you can ask for realistically better games than that. It's going to be a fun day. There is very good games, and the next day even everyone plays pretty much except the teams that played the night before. You have in Thunder Bulls. I'm interested. I hope OKC can take care of that. You never know. Bulls give us trouble. I don't know why. Happens every year. You got a few games. Kings Jazz. We'll see. Pelicans Grizzlies. A game without Ja. Interesting. You get to see Mavericks Spurs. Luka versus Wemby. We'll see
yeah,
what's going on there. Trailblazers Clippers. Interesting stuff. I mean,
yeah.
I there's a lot. There's literally just so much that's coming up, and then Suns Lakers that Thursday. So I mean, there's a lot of good games. Sixers Bucks that Thursday also.
That's going to be a
All,
huge one. Yeah,
all on TNT. So there's
especially if Harden apparently plays. I don't know. That's gonna
yeah, we'll see, man.
man. Poor
There's so
Sixers.
yeah, there's so much going on right now that
Yeah,
there's a lot. I mean, yeah, there's tons of stuff coming up, and I mean, yeah, it's just hopefully everything goes well with preseason. Praying for no injuries, praying for nothing out of the ordinary. I mean,
yeah,
I think everything's going smooth so far. So let's just hope that opening night really comes through. And then I really want to see that Kevin Durant back at Golden State, and I want to see Kevin
yeah.
Durant in LA. I want to see him play LeBron. So
Yeah,
we'll
it's
see.
it,
We just got
it's
to
gonna
pray
be
for KD's
crazy.
health, man, because
Yeah, that Suns team could be super fun to watch. It's just all
could
about the
be
health. So yeah,
could be very fun to watch. Yeah, but like you said, that health is a very big question. They kept the turnovers down today, so
yeah.
that's interesting to see. So
The
we'll see what's
defense
going on.
doesn't look too bad from the starters. So
Doesn't
that's
look too bad.
yeah,
That's if they can buy in, I'm interested, but
yeah,
they got some new guys. Yeah, like we mentioned, they made the trade a few weeks ago. They got some new defensive pieces, new other pieces. They have a team. We'll see what's going on. I'm interested. I really am interested in them. The West, I like we said, 1 through 15. I'm not really shocked if any of them make the playoffs. It doesn't really
yeah.
shock. The
No
West, I think
gaps, man.
we
Yeah,
say this every year, and it just somehow the West keeps getting better. We say the West, oh, it's never looked this good, but this year, I think I can legit say I've never seen the West ever be this good. This is a
100% agree. Yeah,
ridiculous conference. I don't think I've ever seen in a sport or a conference is this good in just one. It's
yeah,
always trumps the East, but now it's like miles ahead of the East once again. So,
yeah,
like we said, they got. We'll see what's going on because they got a tough West coming up. I
yeah,
hopefully, yeah. That's all I got to say, man. That's pretty much it. We have an interesting thing to say. We have an interesting season coming up. West is tough. There's a lot of
yeah.
questions in the East. We'll see what's going on. Harden's pretty big, but like in the upcoming future, I don't know what's going to happen in that situation, but it's going to happen sooner than later, I think.
Yeah, it's yeah. That's that. Oh, Jesus, we've talked about it enough.
We talked about it
it's
enough.
it's a
Yeah,
mess. Yeah,
I'm with you on that. Yeah, there's a lot of questionable things going on in the East, and like we said, there's a lot of new future interesting players. I mean, we get to see Dame with Giannis. That's interesting. We saw it a little bit the other night. Bucks, Lakers. We
yeah.
saw that, but looked pretty interesting. They didn't play too much together, but when they did, they looked pretty fun. You have lots of just interesting stuff coming up. Drew to the Celtics. A lot of new faces.
It's a lot of
New,
questions. It's
a
for
lot of
that for
questions.
the East more than the West. It's a lot
Yeah,
of there are a lot of prove it teams over in the
yeah,
East. So it's either going to be something where it's another season where the best team has like 49 wins
yeah.
because everybody's so fucking good it's impossible to
Edited?
gain
Yeah.
momentum, or it's going to be something where like there are a lot of 50-win teams because
60,
everyone
yeah.
beats up on the East. So
Yeah.
um,
That's
yeah,
fair. I
it's
think
it's gonna be an
jump any of those.
interesting year. Yeah, because it's just it's literally gonna be a coin flip. I don't think it's or not literally, but it's gonna be a coin flip to me.
Yeah,
Just on how we see things and of
I'm with
course
you.
health and whatnot. But yeah, so that'll wrap things up. Long one here, a lot of preseason stuff, but We'll be closing it out this weekend, and yeah. So thank you again, Dom, for showing up. And in the moment hoops will be in the description as always. Go leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you like the stuff over here. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, and have a good rest of the night. Peace.